Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is 9.3, Solving Two-Step Inequalities, Part 2. Make sure you're taking your notes and you're watching for any of the magic word. And in this case, it's going to be magician. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, a magician's assistant makes $10.60 an hour. If he has already saved $53.70, how many hours must he work in order to save at least $165? We need to write, graph, and solve this inequality. So take a moment, pause the video, and please do so. Okay, if you're struggling, see if the words helped you. Hourly wage times the number of hours worked plus the amount already saved is at least, sorry, I yawned, $165. We're going to let H be the number of hours. So we have the wage is $10.60 times H. So we would put that down here. Then we have the additional amount, the plus the amount they saved. So it's $53.70. So we have the hourly wage times the number of hours plus the amount saved is going to be greater than or equal to $165. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we need to do is we need to subtract. Remember, we do a subtraction or addition first, and then we, whoops, who knows what pen I just picked up. Then we can do multiplication or division. So let's see, we subtract, and then we take negative 53, or subtract 53.7 from both sides. We'll have 10.6 hours is greater than or equal to $111.30. We divide each side by 10.6. When we do that, it's a positive, so we don't have to change any signs. So we get H is greater than or equal to 10.5. So then I come down here, and why is that again solid? That's right, because it's an equal. And so it's part of the solution, part of the answer. So 10.5 or greater. So we have a solid circle, and everything greater than that's colored. The magician's assistant must work at least 10.5 hours to save enough money to save the $165. Okay, so make sure you're checking your equations and verifying that they are correct. If you need to pause to do so, make sure. And just see how they did this. Remember, it's checking a related equation. So it's saying if this was an equation, would this statement be true? Okay, so we also need to check the inequality and the direction. Did you actually color the highlight the right direction? So 20 is going to be greater than 10.5, so we'll substitute 20 in. When we do, we get 212, because 10.6 times 20 is 212. Add 53.7, and that becomes 265.7, and that in fact is greater than or equal to 165. So we know that that is a true statement, that we have done our work correctly. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, our inequalities that we see here, 3 of them are going to have the same solution, but 1 does not. So I need you to pause the video, work out all 4 of them to find out which one does not have the same solution. Okay, welcome back. I want you to check your work so we can see that 2y, can I move this? Oh, I can a little bit. Okay, so 2y plus 15 greater than 6. When we go through and we do our subtraction and then we do our division so that we can get y by itself, we get y is greater than negative 4.5. When we do the next equation, we see that 6.8y plus 27 greater than negative 3.6. We do a subtraction to eliminate the plus 27, and then we divide 6.8 so that we can get y by itself, and we find y is greater than negative 4.5. So let's look at the next one. We see that negative 1/3 y plus 27 is greater than 28 1/2. So if I have this and I subtract 27 from both sides to eliminate this 27, I end up with negative 1/3 y is greater than 1 1/2. Negative 1/3, I can, that's multiplication, so I could divide that by 3. Or I can also say, well, if I'm going to divide by a fraction, then I can also multiply by its inverse. So if I multiply by its inverse, which is going to be negative 3, it's part of that keep it, switch it, flip it. So remember the, oh, I thought I picked up a pen. Oh, I did. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Who knows what I did? Okay, it's not working. But KSF, keep it, switch it, flip it. So if I'm dividing by a fraction, I can keep my original, which would be the top, do the inverse operation to switch it, which is multiply, flip it, negative 1/3 becomes negative 3. Do that to both sides because you got to be equal. You get y equals negative 3 times 3 halves. And when you multiply, you get y equals negative 1/2, which is the same as y equals negative 4.5. So, oh sorry, less than negative 4.5. We do the same thing here. We have minus 15, so we add 15 to both sides, which leaves us with negative 2y is less than 9. Negative 2 is divided to both sides, and we get y is greater than negative 4. So we have found that the solution is y is less than negative 4, whereas the solution of the other three inequalities is y is greater than negative 4. So for three of them, we had y is greater than negative 4. However, that one did not fit, so that would be the one that we would have eliminated. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the video. Make sure that you tell me what the magic word was, and have any questions, please bring them to class.